Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube station, and we're going to continue our Denny McLain Bob Gibson challenge versus the best 12 teams as I deem them of 2017. So this is the year of the pitcher. Remember, 1968, and in 1968, Denny McLain went 31-6 with an ERA of 1.96, striking out 280. Bob Gibson, who this will be his fifth start, and he'll be taking on the Houston Astros, the World Series champions of 2017. In 1968, Gibby went 22-9, an earned run average of a 1.12, striking out 268. So let's see how the year of the pitcher does in 2017 in the Denny McLain Bob Gibson Challenge. Again, start number 5 for Bob Gibson. And the teams that they have and will face, Arizona Diamondbacks, Boston Red Sox, Chicago Cubs, Cleveland Indians. Those games are done. You can check them out on the channel. Those were the first 4 starts for McLain and Gibson. Now they'll face Colorado Rockies, Houston Astros, Los Angeles Angels, Los Angeles Dodgers, Milwaukee Brewers, Minnesota Twins, New York Yankees, and Washington Nationals. And tonight's matchup, as I stated, against the World Series champions of 2017, the Houston Astros. In the chat, we have Strat-O-Matic Delaware, and he says, greetings, getting ready for this tourney is taxing but fun. Hi, Al. You'll do fine. And Ken Castro's joined us. He says, Al, Chris, my familia. And we feel the same, my friend. All right, so let's get to the game. No more further ado. Sound check is good. All right, so on the hill for Houston, Dallas Keuchel, and the lineup he'll be facing, not the most stellar lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals, who would win the National League pennant, but lose to the Detroit Tigers in the '68 World Series. Leading off, playing left field, Lou Brock, 279, 6 homers, 51 RBIs. Batting second, we changed up the lineup a little bit. Julian Javier, 260, 4 homers, 52 RBIs. Those are the stats for 1968, not the project stats. Batting third, Curt Flood. We dropped him to third. He batted .301, 5 homers, 60 ribbies. Batting fourth, the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. He's playing first. 248, 16 homers, 73 runs batted in. Batting fifth, playing third base, Mike Shannon, 266, 15 homers, 79 ribbies. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Dal Maxville, 253, 1 homer, 24 runs batted in. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Tim McCarver, 253, 5 homers, 48 runs driven in. We decided to start Maris, even though Keuchel's a lefty. He's batting eighth. 255, 5 homers, 45 ribbies. As I have stated before, he's a shell of himself, coming to the end of his career in '68. And batting ninth, the designated hitter, Ed Spezio. We gave him the start because he had a bunt base hit last game. Alrighty, on the hill, Dallas Keuchel for the World Series champions last year, 14-5, 2.90 earned run average. Striking out 125, only walking 47 in 116 innings pitched. Behind the plate, you have McCann. He's a 3E3 plus 1 arm at first base. Gurriel, 4E10. Second base, the great one, the diminutive one, Jose Altuve, 2E11. At shortstop, Correa, 2E14. At third base, Bregman, 2E13. Gonzalez is in left, 3E3 minus 1 arm. Springer's in center, 2E1 minus 3 arm, and Josh Reddick's in right, 2E7 minus 3 arm. So here's Lou Brock to lead things off against Keuchel. And Brock in the project is batting .368 with 3 ribbies. He has struck out 7 times. He has 2 stolen bases. He's walked once. Keuchel gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Brock. Ball game is on its way. And that is a 6-10. This should be good for Brock. And it's going to be a ground ball to Bregman at third. And that's a 2. Error check. An 11. Oh boy. So that ball's going to go down to Bregman. He makes a diving stop, pops up, throws to first. And the ball gets away from Gurriel. And they're going to score it an infield hit and an error on the throw. So Lou Brock goes to second base. He's in scoring position with no outs for Julian Javier. Javier's batting .375 in the project with 2 ribbies. Looking for ribby number 3. He is a C bunter. Houston's playing their infield, outfield normal. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier. And that is a 4-9. And Javier works a walk, so a single, an error, moves Brock to second. Now a walk to Javier. 2 on, no outs for Kurt Flood. Flood batting .444 with 5 ribbies. He has struck out 3 times, does have 2 stolen bases. He's a B bunter, but he's not bunting here. Astros hoping to turn 2. McCain sets the target. Keuchel deals to Flood, and that is a 6-2. And that ball's going out to left, and making the catch is Gonzalez. 1 away. Brock stays put, and I have to change that, as that should have been me rolling a dice, but oh well. I forgot to change that. Card and dice splits. Input manually. Alright, 1 out, 2 on. Here's the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. Cepeda, .313 with only 1 ribby. He has walked twice, struck out twice, and he also has 2 stolen bases. Chance to get a ribby here. Brock's at second. Javier's at first. The windup and the pitch from Keuchel to Cepeda. And that is a 6-9. 6-9 for Cepeda. Strike 3 looking. Got him on the breaking pitch. Set him up with a fastball. So 2 outs, 2 on. Keuchel's 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Remember, he started off with 2 runners on. No outs. Now it's 2 outs with Brock at second, Javier at first. And here comes Mike, don't call me Del Shannon. He's batting .188. No homers, no ribbies. He has struck out 5 times. Big moment for Shannon. Can he break out? The windup, the pitch from Keuchel. And that is a 6-7. Can Keuchel work some magic and get out of this jam? 6-7. And that's going to be a ground ball to Altuve at second, and that's a 16. That was a 16. It's a G1. So Altuve will get to the ball. Error check. That's a 5. So that is a rare play. Let's see what this rare play will be. Ground ball to Javier as it bounces off Keuchel's glove. Goes to Javier. He throws to first. Side retired. So the Cardinals inning started off promising, but they strand 2, score none. We go to the bottom of the first. No score. Due up for Houston. Let's give you that lineup. Leading off, the center fielder, George Springer. 283, 34 homers, 85 runs batted in. Batting second, the right fielder, Josh Reddick. 314, 13 homers, 82 runs batted in. Batting third, the man who just made that excellent play on the deflection from Keuchel, the second baseman, Jose Altuve, 346, 24 home runs, 81 ribbies. Batting fourth, the shortstop, Carlos Correa, 315, 24 homers, 84 RBIs. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Marwin Gonzalez, 303, 23 homers, 90 ribbies. Lots of home runs, lots of pop in this lineup. Batting sixth, playing first base, Yuli Gurriel, 299, 18 homers, 75 runs batted in. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Alex Bregman, 284, 19 homers, 71 runs driven in. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Carlos Beltran, 231, 14 homers, 51 ribbies. And batting ninth, doing the catching, Brian McCann, 241, 18 homers, 62 ribbies. So George Springer will lead it off against the man we're here to see, Bob Gibson. And Gibson, in the year of the pitcher, 1968, 22-9, 1.12 earned run average, striking out 268. You know that already. I've already told you that. Let's go to his stats. Or where is it? Notes. Stats. There we go. This will be his fifth start. In the 4 previous starts, he has 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 no decision. And the bullpen blew the game on him. He could easily be 3-1. But you can see his first 2 starts, he gave up 4 earned runs, 5 earned runs, and then against the Cubs in Cleveland, he shut them out. No earned runs. So he gets his ERA way down. So a couple of shaky starts to start off with against the Red Sox and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Since then, he has settled down. So McCarver's catching. He's a 2E16 plus 1 arm. The baby bull Cepeda's at first, a 2E18. Javier's at second, 2E19. Maxville's at short, 2E25. And Shannon is at third. And he had an error fest in the last game. Surprisingly, he's still at third base, and Gibson hasn't killed him. He's a 2E22. Lou Brock's in left, 2E15 plus 1 arm. Flood is in center, 1E8 minus 1 arm. And Maris is in right, 2E7 minus 2 arm. So that was a huge squander for the Cardinals in the top of the first. And here's George Springer. Springer steps to the plate, right-handed batting center fielder. Gibson gets a sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch from Gibby, and that is 666. 612. Ground ball to Shannon. Scoops it up, throws to Cepeda, 1 down, and Gibson sort of just gives him a little mock clap, saying that's the way you do it. Still tension between the third baseman and Gibby. So 1 out, no 1 on. Here's Josh Reddick. Reddick 314, 13 home runs last year. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson nods his head. He rocks and fires to Reddick. And that is a 5-7. 5-7 to Reddick. Off the Gibson card. Strike 3 looking. Couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball. Hit that outside corner. 2 up, 2 down. Base is empty, and here's Jose Altuve, 346 and 24 homers last year. Right-handed batting second baseman, the diminutive great, the little general. Altuve awaits for the Gibson offering. Here's the pitch, and that is a 6-11. Gibson looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. 6-11 to Altuve. And this ball will be out to Roger Maris. The game decides it doesn't want to show us the whole chart. And that's a 15. So that's an F2. Maris has a beat on the ball. And error check is an 8. Roger Maris will make the play. as he ranges towards the right field line, makes the catch, side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. We go to the top of the second, no score. Let's quickly go to the chat as we have Strat-O-Matic Delaware and Ken Castor in the chat. And remember, check out Strat-O-Matic Delaware's channel. He has that wonderful Project 61 with Maris and Mantle to see who will beat the Babe, if anybody. And he's got a bunch of games up, so check it out. Strat-O-Matic Delaware. All right, back to the ball game here. Due up for the Cardinals, Maxwell, McCarver, and Maris. If anyone gets on, the light-hitting Ed Spezio. Dahl Maxwell is batting .286 in the project with 1 RBI. He struck out 4 times, walked once. He's a C bunter. He's not bunting here. Keuchel's ready to work. He deals the pitch. And that is a 6-10. 6-10 to Maxwell. Be off the Keuchel card. This will be a ground ball to Bregman. That's a 5. G3 number sign, so let's see if he has the range to make that play. Error check. That was a 5. Is a 16. Oh boy. Bregman makes the play, fires to first low, and that ball gets by Gurriel. And another runner for the Cardinals winds up on second due to a throwing error. So again, they get the leadoff runner on second. And here's Tim McCarver. McCarver batting .188, 3 RBIs, walked once, struck out 5 times. He is a D bunter, and Maris is on deck. We really need to move this runner over. D bunter. He's B hit and run, though. That's a bizarre hit and run, though, to play. Let's just check out the bunt for a second. 70. We're going to try to bunt him over. 72% chance of success. Here's the pitch from Keuchel. McCarver puts the bunt down. It's a good one as Bregman fields it and throws to first for the out. But McCarver does his job. Maxwell's at third. And here comes Roger Maris, and Maris has been awful. Batting .071. Again, Roger Maris, a shell of himself. He has walked once, struck out 3 times. Chance to get his first ribby here. He's looking for something to the right side or even to the shortstop. Or a fly ball to the outfield. McCann sets the target, the windup and the pitch from Keuchel to Roger Maris. And that is a 2-10. And this is going to be, might be good for Maris. It's off one of his columns, 2-10. Oh, 2-10. Here we go, 2-10. And Maris gets off the Schneid, a hard single to right, 1-0 Cardinals, and he's got to start feeling good about himself with that. A tough lefty. Keuchel's a 7L. Maris is awful against lefties in 68, and Maris turned on that fastball. 1-out RBI single, 1-0 lead for the Cardinals. As here comes Ed Spezio. Spezio batting .250. A walk, a strikeout, and a stolen base. Gurriel playing behind Maris as Houston wants a turn 2. Here's the pitch to Spezio, and that is a 5-11. 5-11 to Ed Spezio, father of Scott. And this ball's going out to right field. Let's see if Josh Reddick can make the play. That is a 15. That's an F2. Now the error check. That's a 9. So Reddick comes in a bit towards the right, makes the catch, out number 2. So 2 outs, Maris at first. He'll be off on contact. Top of the order, Lou Brock. Brock is 1 for 1. He reached on an infield hit and then advanced to second on the throwing error. Maris takes his lead. Keuchel gets a sign from McCann. He rocks and fires to Brock, and that is a 4-10. And this will be a fly ball out to Springer in center. And Brock will burn Springer as he gets a late jump as that ball carried. Brock's going to be looking for 2. The error check is a 12. So that's going to be a double for Lou Brock. And let's see if we're going to send Maris. As Springer can't get to that ball, it's going to get down and grab some wall. And they hold Maris up at third, so Brock gets his second hit. Maris is at third, Brock's at second, 2 outs. And here's Julian Javier. He walked his first time up, looking to pick up a couple of RBIs here. Runners will be off on contact. Javier has 2 ribbies, batting .375. Cardinals up 1-0. Here's the pitch to Javier, looking to add to that lead. And that is a 1-10. This could be good for Javier. 1-10. It's one of his columns. And Javier will shoot a ball down the left field line. It's going to roll around in the corner. 2 runs will score, and Javier has a 2-out double, so moving him up in the lineup worked for us. It's now 3-0 Cardinals. Gibson cracks a little smile on the bench as he's getting some run support. And here comes Kurt Flood. Flood is 0 for 1. Javier takes his lead off second. So Keuchel has been roughed up by this Cardinal lineup, which has been hot of late. McCann wiggles the fingers. The windup and the pitch to Flood. 6-8. 6-8. To Kurt Flood. This will be off the Keuchel card, 6-8. Javier will be off on contact. This ball goes off to Josh Reddick. He goes back and makes the catch for out number 3, but the Cardinals strike for 3. We go to the bottom of the second. St. Louis 3, Houston nothing. Due up for the Astros, Correa, Gonzalez, and Gurriel. Let's quickly go to the chat. As we have Strat-O-Matic Delaware and Ken Castro in the chat. As Chris says, yeah, life seems to take more and give less as you go. Ken Castro, yes, but I got you guys for friends later in life and grateful for that. Well, thank you very much, Ken. That's very nice to say that. Have already met Earl. Not to get to see you all now. As Clinton Parks has jumped in, he says, hello, fellow inmates of the insane asylum. That's right. We're one big, dysfunctional, loving family. Check out Clinton Parks' channel. Lots of National Pastime 3. Good stuff there. So Correa, Gonzalez, and Gurriel to face Gibson. Gibson's on the mound. He's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Correa, and that is a 1-3 to Correa. And this is a Correa column. Will he do damage on the 1-3? And here's one of these bizarro split thingies. Let's just roll the dice. Low's good, high bad. 10. I don't know what that is. I think that's a hit. We'll find out. And Correa sends that ball up the middle past the dive of Javier. So a leadoff single for Correa. He's at first base. Cepeda holding him on. 55% chance of stealing second. 1-13 runner. Here's Marwin Gonzalez. One swing of the bat by Marwin could bring Houston to within 1. He had 23 homers in 2017. Here's the pitch. And that ball gets away from McCarver. And McCarver should have handled that. As it's a pass ball, Correa moves up to second, so he's in scoring position. No outs. Marwin Gonzalez chance to get his first RBI in this project. Gibson rocks and fires to Gonzalez, and that is a 6-3. 6-3 to Gonzalez off the Gibby card. And this will be a fly ball out to Lou Brock in left. And that is a 13. It's an F2. Error check. 13 and 13, and my God, he lucked out. He got sandwiched between two errors. So Brock will make an excellent running catch on this play as he goes towards left center field and makes the running catch. And what a catch it was. Correa bluffs but does not go. They don't want to run into an out at third. I thought they were going to send him as Brock was moving away from the third base bag, but they hold him. So one out, Correa still at second, and here comes Yuli Gurriel. Gurriel had 18 homers last year. He's looking for the 2-3 column. Gibson looking to shut him down right here. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Gurriel, and that is a 1-7. A 1-7. And that's a fly ball to Flood. He's camped under it, sets himself up, makes the catch, and again he was set to throw. He fires quickly in towards third, cut off. Correa stays put. 2 outs now. Correa will be off on contact. Here is the third baseman, Alex Bregman. Bregman has had hands of stone, actually more throwing the ball at third so far. He'd like to redeem himself with a homer. He had 19 in 2017. The windup and the pitch from Gibson to Bregman. And that is a 5-8. 5-8. This will be off the Gibson card. 5-8 to Bregman. Ground ball to Javier at second. And that's a 5 on the range play. It's a G3 number sign, so this is not a sure thing. Error check is a 13. Now let's see if he can make the play. Javier ranges towards his right, dives for the ball, and throws from his knees for the out. What a play by Javier. Side retired as Gibson just calm and coolly walks off the mound towards the dugout. We go to the top of the third. 3-0 St. Louis due up for the Cardinals. Cepeda, Shannon, and Maxwell. And they'll face Keuchel. Keuchel gave up 3 runs in the top of the second. He's looking for a goose egg here. Cepeda's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to the Baby Bull. And that is a 3-8. 3-8. This will be off the Cepeda card, but not one of his columns. 3-8. And that's a fly ball to Springer in center. He's there, and he will make the catch, out number 1. So 1 out, no one on for Mike Shannon. Shannon's 0 for 1. He has struggled, 176 batting average. He's a B bunter. And we're going to try to get him off the schneid with a bunt base hit. B bunter, running 1 through 13, infield back. Let's bunt for the hit. Here's the pitch. Shannon trying to drop a good one down. McCain fields it, and he fires to Gurriel at first, and they just get Shannon for the second out of the inning. Good bid there for the hit. So 2 outs, base is empty. Dahl Maxwell comes to the plate. Maxwell is 0 for 1 with a run scored. Right-handed batter to face the lefty Keuchel. The windup and the pitch from Keuchel, and that is a 4-5. 4-5. 4-5. And that will be strike 3, looking side retired. No hiccup in the top of the third for Dallas Keuchel. Go to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Cardinals. Bob Gibson back out on the hill. He'll face the bottom 2, Beltran and McCain. In the top of the order, Springer. And Carlos Beltran, 14 homers last year. Batting lefty, switch hitter. And he is looking for the 2-4 column. Gibson gets a sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Beltran. And that is a 6-9. This will be off the Gibby card, 6-9. Ground ball to Maxwell. That's a 10. It's a G1. Maxwell has it. and a 15. And he'll throw over to Cepeda for out number 1 if you're scoring at home 6-3. 1 out, bottom of the third. And I'll bring up the number 9 batter, the catcher, Brian McCann. He had 18 home runs last year. Gibson not impressed. The big windup and the pitch to McCann. And that's a 6-3. Again, this will be off the Gibby card, 6-3. And that's a fly ball out to Lou Brock. That's a 2. And a 6. So that ball is a sinking line drive. Brock tries to make a dive at it. It pops out of his glove. He comes up throwing, and that ball gets away from the cutoff man. McCann will advance on the throwing error by Brock. So a single and a throwing error by Brock with 1 out, and McCann's in scoring position for the top of the order. George Springer, he is 0 for 1. Springer with a chance to knock in the first run for the Astros. McCarver wiggles the finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Springer. Will he get sprung? And that is a 3-4. And this is a Springer column, 3-4. What shall the results bring? Ground ball to Shannon. He scoops it up, throws to Cepeda out number 2. Nice play by Shannon at third. Holding at second is McCann. Now there's 2 outs. He'll be off on contact. Josh Reddick, the right fielder, comes to plate. Reddick 0 for 1. One big bop can pull the Astros to within 1. It's a 3-0 lead for the Cardinals. Reddick's looking for the 3-4 column. Gibson, again, grip determination on his face. He nods his head. The windup, the pitch to Josh Reddick. And that is a 6-7. So once again, Astros living off the Gibson card, 6-7. It's not been a good life. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Kurt Flood going back, reaches up, makes the catch, side retired. Runner stranded at second. We go to the top of the fourth, 3-0 Cardinals, but let's go to the chat real quick. Kent Castro says, stayed in New York a few weeks ago. Clinton Parks, I'm always there. Clinton Parks, I'm about 30 miles north. Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Would love to come down east sometime. My mom lived in Belfast as a child in the 50s for a couple of years. Clinton Parks, my dad got transferred here. I lived in Elliott. Brought Honey Bunny here from the Bronx and New Rochelle. We live in Westbrook. So they continue to chat. Awesome stuff. Thank you very much for spending some time with me, gentlemen. So due up for the Cardinals. They have a 3-0 lead, top of the fourth. McCarver, Maris, and Spezio. Maris did get his first hit and RBI of the project. McCarver, he's looking for his 4th RBI possibly. He's only batting 188. Again, he has struck out 5 times so far. Dallas Keuchel had that hiccup inning, top of the second. He settled down in the top of the third. Will he continue? Here's the pitch to McCarver, and that is a 4-6. 4-6. This will be off the Dallas Keuchel card. And that's not good news for McCarver. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 1 away. Here's Roger Maris. 1 out single gave the Cardinals a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. They would add 2 more. Thus the 3-0 lead. How we stand. Maris, can he go 2 for 2 off Keuchel? A very tough lefty. Keuchel deals to Roger Maris. And that is a 6-11. 6-11. It's a Maris column. He goes the other way to left center field. Gonzalez will make the running catch, out number 2. 2 outs, no one on for Ed Spezio. He's 0 for 1. DH, number 9 hitter. Here's the pitch to Ed Spezio. And that is a 2-6. And it's a Spezio column. 2-6. Will he get a hit and extend the inning? 2-6 to Spezio. You know what? He walked. Good job by Ed Spezio. So he extends the inning, gets to the top of the order, Lou Brock. They're not holding Spezio on. Gurriel's playing behind him. More range for the first baseman. Brock's 2 for 2 with a double. Spezio will be off on contact. Keuchel sets and deals to Lou Brock. Brock looking for his third hit here. And that is a 5-9. 5-9 to Brock. This will be off the Keuchel card. 5-9. Strike 3 looking, side retired. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 3-0 Cardinals. Due up for the Astros. Altuve, Correa, and Gonzalez. This is an extremely tough lineup that Bob Gibson has shut down so far. Gibson, through 3, has only given up 2 hits, no runs, no walks. He's only struck out 1, though. Altuve's 0 for 1. He digs in. Gibby sets and delivers. And that is a 3-6 to Altuve. And this is off the Altuve column. This could be good news for Jose. 3-6. And it is, as that's a single past the dive of Maxwell into left field. So Altuve's on. He's an 85% chance of stealing second. So let's see if there's any steal on. And he cannot get the lead. Good job by Gibby and Cepeda. So Altuve is held at bay at first. And here comes Carlos Correa. He's 1 for 1. Cardinals want to turn 2 with Julian Javier and Maxwell up the middle. Here's the pitch to Correa. And that is a 6-9. 6-9. Again, off the Gibson card. They're living in a dangerous place when you go to the Bob Gibson 6 column. 6-9. Ground ball to Maxwell at short. Possible double play here. And that's a 20. So that's looking good for to turn 2. That's a G1. And now the error check. And that is a 9. I believe this is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Let's see if they can turn it. Maxwell comes up with it. And it's a 6-4-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend, 2 for 1. Great job by Gibby to induce the ground ball. And a wonderful Maxwell quickly gets the ball. Fires to Javier. He spins and turns to, throws to Cepeda to get those 2 quick outs. So 2 outs, base is empty for the dangerous hitting Marwin Gonzalez. The left fielder is 0 for 1. Gibson's ready. McCarver sets a target. Here's the pitch to Gonzalez. And that is a 5-7. 5-7. Again, this is off the Gibson card. 5-7. Strike 3 looking, side retired. Can't live off the Gibson card. You're not going to win the game that way. So we go to the top of the 5th. 3-0 Cardinals. And in the chat we have Clinton Parks, Strat-O-Matic Delaware. That's Chris from Strat-O-Matic Delaware. And Ken Castro. Feel free to jump in and chat some baseball or anything you'd like. And remember to check out Strat-O-Matic Delaware, wonderful card and dice channel, and check out Clinton Parks. He rolls his own dice while using National Pastime 3 and Digital Diamond Baseball. Fun baseball channels. And we wish Chris from Strat-O-Matic Delaware a lot of luck in the tournament coming up this weekend that he's going to be in. So Julian Javier is at the plate, 1 for 1 with a double, and he's knocked in 2 runs. Keuchel's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Javier, and that is a 2-10. And again, this is a Javier column. 2-10. And that ball is going to be split between Gonzalez and Springer. No one's going to get to it. It's going to roll to the wall, and Javier has his second double. He leads off the inning standing at second base. 2 for 2. And Kurt Flood comes to plate. Flood's 0 for 2. He's a B bunter. On deck is Cepeda. We're up 3-0. They're playing back. But we're going to let Flood swing away. If he makes it out, we're hoping it's a quality out that will move Javier to third. Keuchel nods his head, the windup and the pitch to Kurt Flood. And that is a 6-8. This is off the Keuchel card, 6-8. Hopefully something to the right side here. It's a fly ball to right field B, and I think that will be deep enough as Reddick goes back towards the line. He makes the catch, and Javier, 1 through 15, he's safe. 16 through 19, he must hold, and only a 20 is out. So we're going to take that chance to tag up. And it's an 18, so he holds, I believe. So a strong throw by Reddick. Javier decides not to go. So they do not move the runner over, 1 out. And here's Orlando Cepeda with a chance to knock in a run. He's looking for his second RBI of the project. He's 0 for 2 today, the baby bull. Keuchel peeks over his shoulder. Now looks in at McCann. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Cepeda. And that is a 1-7. It'll be off the Cepeda card. Not one of his columns, though. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. Correa's up with it. Throws to Gurriel for out number 2. So once again, Javier cannot advance. So 2 outs, and Javier's still standing at second. Here comes Mike Shannon. Shannon has struggled, batting 167. He struck out 5 times. No ribbies. And they walk Shannon. Wow. So they walk Shannon. And again, he had a good 68, mind you. If you just joined, I mean, in 68, he had 15 homers and 79 RBIs, batted 266 in the year of the pitcher. But they walk him, so they're sensing something might happen. They walk him to deal with Dal Maxville. He's batting 250, has a ribby. He's 0 for 2 with a run scored today. Let's see if Maxville will make him pay. 2 outs, runners off on contact. Here's the pitch to Maxville, looking for revenge. And that is a 3-8, 3-8. Off the Maxville card, 3-8. There go the runners. Strike 3, looking side retired. So Houston did the right thing. They pitched around Shannon, and they strike out Maxville. They squander a leadoff double. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0. Cardinals due up for the Astros. Gurriel, Bregman, and Beltran. And in the chat, we now have ID Gestures in the house. How are you, my friend? I was over at his Warframe stream. What a wonderful job ID Gesture does. We had a good time. We had, at one time, ID, I think we hit 10 people. And yeah, he does such a good job. And we had 4 or 5 people in the chat, but 3 consistent. And it was a lot of fun. So check out that wonderful channel, ID Gesture. Just a great channel. And can't say enough great things about ID Gesture. Great channel. Once again, congratulations to hitting 1 million views earlier this year. And Max Cornelius has joined us. How are you, Max? Hope all is well, my friend. Hail, hail, the gang's all here. Couldn't get finer people. Cannot get finer people than I have in the chat right now. So here's Yanni Gurriel to lead off. He's 0 for 1. Gibson's been rocking and rolling. Here's the pitch from Gibby. And that is a 3-5. And this is a Gurriel column. Trying to start something here. 3-5 in the bottom of the 5th. And Gurriel will single to left. Line drive drops in front of Brock. Gurriel 1 through 11 base runner. Being held on by Cepeda at first. And here comes a third baseman, Alex Bregman. He is 0 for 1. Maxville and Javier looking to turn 2 up the middle. Can Gibson induce another double play ball? Here's the pitch to Bregman. And that is a 2-8. 2-8. Off the Bregman card, but not one of his columns. 2-8. Will it be a double play ball? No, it's a fly ball to center. Flood comes in a bit, makes the catch for out number 1. Gurriel goes back to first. So 1 out, 1 on for the designated hitter, Carlos Beltran. And he is 0 for 1 today. Again, they're looking for the double play ball. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson nods his head. The wind up, the pitch to Beltran. And that is a 6-12. 6-12. And that will be, if it's a low roll, it's going to be a single. Anything, I believe, above a 16 will be an out. And it's an 18. Wow, Gibson is living the life of Riley. I think this is a double play ball, to be honest with you. I'm not quite sure. We shall see. We'll find out together, friends. And that's a line shot to Javier, and he makes the leap and catch, fires to first, but Gurriel gets back just in time, 2 down. Javier robs a hit from Beltran. So 2 outs. Gurriel's at first. He'll be off on contact. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 1 for 1. And McCann has pop in his bat, 18 home runs last year. One swing of the bat could pull the Astros to within 1 run. Gibson looking for the 3rd out of this inning. He deals to McCann. And that is a 5-2. 5-2 off the Gibby card. This will be a ground ball to Javier. And that's a 3. So that's a G3 number sign. It's going to be a tough play for Javier. And an 11. Up the middle, Javier makes a dive at it. And again, throws from his knees. Scooped out of the dirt by Cepeda. Side retired. What a play by Javier. He just won himself a gold glove in that inning with those 2 plays. We go to the top of the 6th, 3-0 Cardinals. Gibson looking for another shutout. Wow. And due up for the Cardinals, McCarver, Maris, and Spezio, the bottom third of the order, to face Dallas Keuchel, who had only 1 hiccup. It came in the 2nd, and it was worth 3 runs. McCarver's 0 for 1 off Keuchel. Keuchel's ready. He deals to McCarver. And that is a 6-10 to Tim McCarver. And this is good for McCarver. Will he get a hit? We shall see on the 6-10. And it's a ground ball to Bregman at 3rd. And that's a 5. So that's a G3 number sign. It's going to be a tough play for Bregman. And that is a 10 on the error check. And bounding ball, one-hands it, throws to Gurriel for the out. Nice play by Bregman. Came in on it, barehanded it, fired to first. 1 out. Here's Roger Maris. He's 1 for 2 and with a ribby. Lefty-lefty matchup. Keuchel deals to Maris. Maris looking for his 2nd hit. And that is a 1-7. 1-7 to Roger Maris. Once again, a shell of himself. Strike 3 looking. 2 up, 2 down. And I'll bring up the number 9 batter, Ed Spezio. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Again, looking to extend it to get it to Lou Brock at the top of the order. Spezio digs in. He awaits the Keuchel offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound. And that's a 6-12. 6-12 to Spezio, father of Scott. And this ball will go right back at the pitcher. And that's a 7. It's a G3, so not necessarily a sure thing. As lots of errors there. Keuchel, not a good fielding pitcher, it looks like. And that is a 9. And that Keuchel will throw the ball away, and Spezio will reach first on the error by Keuchel. It doesn't get far enough away to advance to second, so Spezio is at first on the E1. And he'll be off on contact. Here's Lou Brock. Brock 2 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch to Brock from Keuchel, and that is a 4-11. 4-11 to Brock off the Keuchel card. And this will be a fly ball out to left to Marwin Gonzalez. And a 1-6, and Brock has another hit. And it's a 12. That's an F2 error check. And that is a 13. But it's not an unlucky 13. And that will end the inning, as Brock will fly out to Gonzalez with Spezio at first. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0 Cardinals. Let's go to the chat. We have Max Cornelius, Clinton Parks, Strat-O-Matic Delaware, Ken Castro, and ID Gesture. And nice chit-chat going on there. Talking a little music. Feel free, if you're watching it, jump in the chat. Again, no finer people than the people who jump in my chat. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So due up for the Astros, top of the order, Springer, Reddick, and Altuve to face Bob Gibson. Gibson's gone 5 innings. He's given up 4 hits, no runs. He's walked none, struck out 2. Springer's 0 for 2 off Gibby. Here's the pitch from Gibby to Springer. Will he get sprung? That is a 3-2. And this could be good for George Springer. 3-2, how do you do? Line drive, and Shannon makes the diving catch at third, robbing extra bases down the line. So Gibson very happy with his defense in this game so far. 1 out, and Josh Reddick comes to the plate. The right fielder for the Astros, 0 for 2. Left-handed batter, he digs in. Gibson rocks and fires, and that is a 1-7. A 1-7 to Reddick. That's a fly ball. He goes the other way, left center field. Brock on the run, coming in, makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down. And Jose Altuve, the diminutive great one at second, 1 for 2 today. Gibson looking for a 1-2-3 inning. McCarver wiggles the finger, sets the target. Gibson rocks and fires. Here's the pitch to Altuve, and that is a 6-4. And again, you don't want to live off the 6 column on the Gibson card. 6-4. It has not bode well today for the Astros. This will be a fly ball out to Curt Flood in center as he's racing towards the gap, and that's an 8. He's got a beat on it. It's an F2. And that is a 14. So Flood will make the running catch. Right center field gap. Side retired. Wonderful running catch by Curt Flood. We go to the top of the 7th, 3-0. Cardinals. Bob Gibson is spinning another gem. Due up to face Keuchel, Javier, Flood, and Cepeda. Let me make sure the computer is managing Houston. Yes, they are. Okay. Javier looking for his 3rd hit. He's 2 for 2, 2 doubles. Can he get a double number 3? We shall see. Here's the pitch to Julian Javier, and that is a 5-8. 5-8. Will they finally retire Javier? As he drives that ball to center field, Springer on the run, reaches out and makes the catch, finally retiring Julian Javier. 1 down. Curt Flood, he's 0 for 3. The man who just made that fabulous catch at the end, the bottom of the 6th. Now we'll face Dallas Keuchel. Here's the pitch to Flood, and that is a 4-6. 4-6 off the Keuchel card. Ground ball. Correa has it over to Gurriel. 2 down. Scoring at home 6-3. 2 outs, base is empty for the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. He's on the schneid today. He's 0 for 3. The bull awaits the Keuchel offering. Here's the pitch, homeward bound, and that is a 4-4. 4-4 to Cepeda. And this will be a play for the catcher, McCann. And that's a 13. Error check. That's a 17. And he's living the life of Riley there, sandwiched between 16 and 18, which are errors, as a 17, which is okay. So I believe this will be a pop-out. As McCain will make the catch, side retired. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and let's read the trivia question as I get my voice ready for, as you know, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Father and son combination, Father Ken, son Jr. Oh my God, how easy is this question? Smith! So, father and son combination, Father Ken, son Jr. Is it Griffey? Yes! All right. All right, here we go. Me. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever go back for its root for Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware in the tournament. If he loses, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And that's for Chris from Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, Clinton Parks, and Anthony from Bleacher Bums Gaming. Check out those wonderful channels, as well as ID Gesture, Max Cornelius, Broke Black Man 94, Phil the Issues Guy, JD, Johnny Indie Boots, Tabletop Baseball Plus, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, Baseball Demos, Combat Painter, and many more. Check out my featured page and my related channels. And also, if for your boxing needs, What's Blazing in Sports with T-Dub. Thank you very much. So let's go to the chat before we start the bottom of the 7th. As Clinton Park says, got to get me a shirt with Fleury's number on it. Max Cornelius is right on. Adamson says Strat-O-Matic, Delaware. Clinton Park said, how about grandfather, father, and son? And now a possible grandson. Oh, so Clinton Parks has thrown us a trivia question. Feel free to answer. Boone. 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 Father. And I think before him, his father. I'm going to say the Boones. All right. So due up for Houston, Correa, Gonzalez, and Gurriel. And Gibson has stymied them. He's only given up 4 hits, no runs. And he has struck out 2, walked none. The windup and the pitch from Bob Gibson as we start the bottom of the 7th. And that is a 4-9. 4-9 off the Gibson card. Not a Correa column. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gibson picks up his 3rd strikeout. 1 out, no one on for Marwin Gonzalez. He is 0 for 2, and he has been a strikeout victim of Bob Gibson. Will Gibby get him again? McCarver wiggles the fingers. Gibson nods his head. Here's the pitch to Marwin Gonzalez, and that is a 4-6. This could be another strikeout victim. 4-6. And it's not. It's going to be a hard hit ball by Gonzalez, and that's a 4. As Gonzalez drives this ball right center field, Flood's not going to get there. He's going to have a 1-out double. So Gonzalez in scoring position for Yuli Gurriel, the first baseman, and he's 1 for 2. Again, Gurriel had a decent pop in his bat, 18 homers. Gurriel's looking for the 2-3 column. 1 out. Gonzalez at second. Here's the pitch to Yuli Gurriel. And Gibson gets a 4-3. So this is off the Gibson card. 4-3. And this ball will be hit hard. That's a 15. 15. And that ball's going to go out to Brock. And he makes the running catch for out number 2. Gonzalez stays put at second. So 2 outs. Gonzalez will be off on contact. And here's Alex Bregman, the third baseman. He's 0 for 2. Bregman had 19 homers in 2017. Gibson, grim determination on that mound. Toes the rubber, looks in, gets a sign from McCarver. Here's the pitch to Bregman. Can he drive a run in with 2 outs? And there goes Gonzalez. It is a 6-6. And you don't want to live off that 6 column on the Gibson card. As Bregman flies to center field, Flood is there, makes the catch, side retired. Another shutout inning for Gibby, as his ERA just keeps going down, down, down. We go to the top of the 8th, 3-0. Cardinals due up Shannon, Maxwell, and McCarver to face Keuchel. Keuchel's only had that 1 hiccup inning in the 2nd where he gave up 3 runs. Since then, he's matched Gibson pitch for pitch. But it's that 2nd inning that has cost Keuchel. He now deals to Shannon 0 for 2 with a walk, and that is a 3-2. And Shannon might get a hit here. It's a Shannon column, 3-2. Will he be singing? Grounded to third. Bregman throws to first. No, he will not. So 1 up, 1 down for Keuchel. And here comes Dahl Maxwell, 0 for 3 with a run scored. He awaits the Keuchel offering. Here's the pitch to Maxwell, and that is a 5-3. So this is a Maxwell column off the Keuchel card. 5-3. What will it be? We shall see. That's going to be a 1. And that's a shot to left. And the line drive drops in front of Gonzalez. He plays it safe. So 1 out, 1 on. And here's Tim McCarver. McCarver's 0 for 2. On deck is Roger Maris. Correa and Altuve looking to turn 2. Here's the pitch to Tim McCarver. And that is a 3-8. 3-8 McCarver. This might be good for him. It's one of his columns. 3-8. And this could be very good for McCarver. Unfortunately, he rolls 13, and that's going to be unlucky. As McCarver drives his ball deep to left field, and Gonzalez makes the diving catch at the warning track, and Maxwell quickly rushes back to first base, out number 2. What a tremendous play by Marwin Gonzalez. So 2 outs. Maxwell at first will be off on contact. Here's Roger Maris. 1 for 3 with a ribby. He started off the second, the run scores in the second, knocking in a runner with a 1-out single. Here's the pitch from Keuchel to Maris, and that is a 1-10. This will be off the Maris card, not one of his columns though, 1-10. And he's jammed. He pops it up towards first base. And Gurriel will make the catch on the grass side, retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th with the Astros trailing by 3. Gibson has been in a groove. He has gone 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, striking out 3. He will deal with Beltran and McCann, and then the top of the order, Springer. Beltran's 0 for 2. Gibson works quickly. Here's the pitch by Gibby. And that is a 2-3, and this is off the Beltran column, so this could be a good result for Carlos. That's a 14. Carlos swings, line shot towards right field. Maris on the run, and he makes the shoestring catch going towards the line. 1 away. Brian McCann steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Gibson asks for a new baseball. He gets it, rubs it up, back up on the hill. Gets the sign. Here's the pitch to McCann. And that is a 4-4. It's a McCann column, 4-4. Will Gibson show him the door? This will be a play for McCarver. And that's a 3. That's never good. Error check. That's a 6. See if McCarver can make the play. Nubber out in front of the plate. McCarver has it. Throws to first in time. Nice stretch by Cepeda. McCarver signals 2 outs with his fingers. Sets the defense. Now gets back behind the plate. Squats down. Goes through the signs. Gibson's ready to work. Here's the pitch to Springer. Springer's 0 for 3 trying to extend the inning. And that is a 1-6. It's a Springer column. 1-6. And that's an 18. On the 1-6. And Springer drives this ball deep to left center field. That's going to be high off the wall, and he's going to cruise into second with a 2-out double. So the Astros aren't dead yet. As Josh Reddick comes to the plate, he's 0 for 3, but Reddick has pop in his bat. 13 homers with a .351 batting average. Some stirring now in the Cardinal bullpen. Don't tell Gibby that. Gibson looks in, nods his head. McCarver sets the target. Here's the pitch to Reddick. Springer will be off on contact. He's at second. And that is a 6-8. And you just can't leave off that 6 column on the Gibson card. Let's see what the 8 brings. Line shot and high Javier makes the leaping catch. Side retired Julian Javier. Once again, I'll say it. He's earned a gold glove tonight. They had some hops there. We go to the top of the ninth. 3-0 Cardinals. Let's quickly go to the chat. Clinton Park says, you are rolling dice to, I don't know what that is, in black velvet. All right, whatever Clinton says. All right, here comes Ed Spezio in the top of the order, Brock and Javier. Spezio's 0 for 2. And I think we're going to go to a pinch hitter here. And we're going to go to Davis. So Ron Davis will come in the game to pinch hit. 203, 1 homer, 17 RBIs, but he is a 4L, and Keuchel's a lefty. So let's see if there's any magic in that Ron Davis bat, or will he need to find that old top hat that Frosty found. Here's the pitch from Keuchel to Davis, and that's a 5-9, and this is a Davis column. Can Davis do it off Keuchel? 5-9. Strike 3 looking. No, he can't. No magic in the bat. No magic in the hat that he found. So top of the order. Lou Brock's 2 for 4 with a double. Looking for his third hit. Here's the pitch to Brock, the left-handed batter. And that is a 5-8. This will be off the Keuchel card. 5-8. Ground ball to Altuve. He throws the first, 2 away. And here comes Julian Javier, co-player of the game. Outstanding defense at second, 2 for 3. He has 2 doubles, and he's driven in 2 runs. Looking to extend the inning. The windup, the pitch from Keuchel to Javier, and that is a 1-8, and this is a Javier column. 1-8. Will it be great? It's a possibility. 18. Man, do I look good moving him up to the 2 slot. As Javier is going to drive this pitch, and that's going to burn Springer to center and roll around that big center field. And Julian Javier goes cruising into second with his 3rd double. With 2 outs, he's in scoring position for Kurt Flood. 3-0 Cardinals. Flood's 0 for 4. Keuchel's still in the game. Here's the pitch to Flood looking for an RBI here. There goes Julian Javier. And that is a 3-9. It's a Flood column. Will the floodgates open? Will we see the parting of the Red Sea? We see a walk. Inning stays alive for the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda. He's 0 for 4. He's seeing red. 2 on, 2 outs, 3-0 Cardinals, top of the 9th. Keuchel gets the sign. He sets and deals to Cepeda. And that is a 5-9. And this is a Cepeda column off the Keuchel card. 5-9. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Keuchel pitches out of it. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Bob Gibson looking for another shutout here. He's 3 outs away. He'll have to get through Altuve, Correa, and Marwin Gonzalez. So Keuchel had the 1 bad inning, the top of the 2nd. He looks like he's a tough luck loser. Gibson has had no bad innings. Houston's hoping for 1 now. Quickly go to the chat. Max Cornelius says, like the helmets, I used to have those when I was a kid. I bought these helmets, Max, when I was a kid, visiting Fenway Park at the gift shop. And I'm actually going to go online and buy some new ones. I'm going to buy... they must still sell these types of helmets. You know, they're pretty cool. I like them. Thank you. Lots of fun. So, all right, Altuve's 1 for 3. Will Gibby get a shutout and a win? We shall see. Gibson deals to Altuve, and that is a 2-6. This is off the Altuve card, but not one of his columns. Gibson's and the Cardinals hoping for good results. And they will have a good result. Hard ball to third. Shannon backhands it, throws to Cepeda. One away, so Shannon has not muffed the ball once. He made 3 errors in the prior game. Trying to get in Gibby's good graces once again. And here's Carlos Correa. Cleanup batter. Shortstop's 1 for 3. Gibson 2 outs away from a complete game shutout. McCarver sets the target. The windup to pitch to Correa. And that is a 3-7. 3-7 to Correa. Ground ball to Cepeda. He flips to Gibson covering. 2 down. And here's Marwin Gonzalez. He just missed a homer as he doubled high off the wall by his last at-bat. Gibson on the mound. He takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Gonzalez. Will the ball game be over? This is a 2-9. 2-9 off the Gonzalez card, but not one of his columns. Will this be it, folks? Swing and a miss, strike 3. Gibson goes out in style. He gets his 3rd win in a row after a loss and a no decision, and I believe this is his 3rd shutout in a row as that earned run average just keeps going down, down, down. Wow, Bob Gibson, tremendous. He just annihilated the Houston Astros, who won the World Series in 2017, and they'll be looking for revenge in St. Louis when they go visit Gibby and the Cardinals later on in this project. So before we go to the box score, let's go to the chat. Thanks to Max Cornelius, Clinton Park, Strat-O-Matic, Delaware, ID Gesture, Ken Castro. I believe I got everybody. We had a lot of fun. Oh, Brian Ritchie jumped in. How are you, Brian? Sorry I missed that. Brian says, have to get off to bed early tonight. Early morning, LOL. Hope you are all having a great game. We'll watch replay tomorrow. Thank you very much, Brian Ritchie. And if you're on Twitter, follow him. He is Appa Replay. And he runs wonderful tournaments, and he puts his blog up, and you can click on it on Twitter, and I read them all the time. Lots of fun. He's doing an 85 tournament. Lots of fun. So thank you for stopping by, Brian. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry I missed you. And Max Cornelius says about the helmets, he says, I remember getting them in a gumball machine. That's true. I used to get the football ones out of the gumball machines, too. All right, let's go to the box score. Another tremendous effort by Gibby. And what a game. 3-0 Cardinals. Keuchel had the 1 hiccup inning, but that was enough. Tough luck loser, Dallas Keuchel. Let's expand this so you guys can actually see it. Edit. I'm in OBS now. Fit to screen. Hopefully you can see that a little better. All right, Bob Gibson is now 3-1. The Cardinals in 5 games are 4-1. As you have to remember, he had a no decision. The bullpen blew the game on him, though he wasn't stellar in that game anyway. The runs were his runs. So look at this now. He went 9 innings, 6 hits, no runs. Struck out 4, no walks. His ERA is dropped to 1.90 after 2 horrendous starts where he gave up 4 and 5 runs, and he took a lot. He took the loss in his first start, I believe that was against Chris Sale in the Red Sox. But we'll go halfway through the project. I'll do a recap of the stats for him and Denny McLain. Keuchel, tough luck loser. He went 9. 7 hits, 3 runs. Again, the hiccup inning, the 3rd. And none of them were earned due to the errors. So a real tough luck loss, as the Cardinals did capitalize on the errors. He walked 4, struck out 8. And he has an earned run of 0 because the runs were not earned. Gibson, again, he only had 4 strikeouts. And his victims were Reddick and Correa, and then Marwin Gonzalez twice. Keuchel got Brock, Orlando Cepeda twice, Maxville twice, McCarver, Maris, and Davis. There were no home runs in the game. So Bob Gibson is player of the game, but honorable mention just right. You know what? Cole player of the game, I'm giving it to him. I'm big for giving Cole players of the game. Julian Javier, 3 for 4 with 2 ribbies. And Maris finally gets off the schneid. He gets his batting average over 100. He's batting 111 now, and he has a ribby. So Brock 2 for 5 with a run scored. Julian Javier 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Flood 0 for 4. Cepeda 0 for 5, and Shannon 0 for 3. We might have to mix that up again. Maxville 1 for 4 with a run scored. McCarver 0 for 3. Maris, we put him in. He got a hit. He knocked in a run, so it worked out against a tough lefty. 1 for 4, a run scored and an RBI. Spezio 0 for 4. Then the pinch hitter Davis 0 for 1. The Cardinals in a 3-0 victory, aided by I think there were 2 errors on Bregman. I'm going to check the box score. 35 at-bats, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 RBIs. For the Astros, Gibson only gave up 6 hits. Springer 1 for 4, Reddick 0 for 4, Altuve 1 for 4, Correa 1 for 4, Marwin Gonzalez 1 for 4, Gurriel 1 for 3, Bregman 0 for 3. And I think he had 2 errors in the game. Beltran, the DH, 0 for 3, and Brian McCann, the catcher, 1 for 3. 32 at-bats for the Astros, no runs, 6 hits, no RBIs. Let's go to errors. Brock had 1, and yes, Bregman had 2, and Keuchel had 1. And it was the error in the top of the second that caused all 3 runs, thus unearned. So, once again, Bob Gibson now goes to 3-1. His ERA has dropped to 1.90 after giving up 5 runs in his first start and 4 runs in his second. He has shut out the next 3 teams. 3-1. The Cardinals overall are 4-1, as Gibson had 1 no decision. So our next game will be Denny McLain. And what time is it? 10:59. I don't know. I might roll it. I might not. I might do something else. I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. This is Al Red Sox fan saying, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. Please share. I'm trying to get more subscribers to the channel and the community. The bigger the community grows, the more fun we have. But if not, we still have a great community. So thank you. Greatly appreciate that you take time out to spend it with me. Hope you're enjoying it. If you want to give feedback in the comments, absolutely do that. Trying my best to entertain. So health and happiness. Watch out for the big left hook, the curveball in the dirt. God bless, and always remember, peace!